Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to this new stream of Final Fantasy XIV. Tonight we're gonna take a break from the Stormblood storyline in order to do the White Mage's job quest in Stormblood. So while I was off screen I've managed to get to level 70, which means that I'm currently eligible for the last step of the job quest. This will allow me to get my last piece of abilities from the expansion, as well as artifact gear, which should give me a much needed boost for what's coming. So, without further ado, we're gonna head over to Quarry Mill and talk to those two kids whose name I forgot. There was Aaron, the other I don't remember. Oh no, it wasn't Quarry Mill. It's what's the other place? Camp Tranquil. There, that's better. Okay, so they would be right there. We're getting some fairly special thing. There's tension around here, which means that there's a very big possibility that Odin is somewhere out here. Although it doesn't look like it. Well. How do I get up there? Good, there we are. Oh yeah, it was Raya Ho. Of course. Unfortunately, I can't fly here because those are the old Realm Reborn zones. So, we've got a bunch of Moggles here. Raya O might be more affable than her brother, but she's not one to spout words of idle flattery. This I speak from experience. Yes, you've proven yourself a worthy White Mage indeed, Kupo. And Koopa Koopa. Koopcha Koopa. Why, I'd give my palm and tail to stand before the illustrious Atoa Kent. And yet now I stand before you, which as I've heard from Raya O, is the next best thing, Kupo. Yeah, Atoa Kent was the guy from whom we've inherited the mantle of White Mage. Raya O seems unsurprised to see you. I thought you might come, Heart of the White. You sensed it, yes? The agitation of the elementals. I suggest you present yourself to Brother Esumiyan at Stillglade Fane. He will no doubt welcome your assistance in identifying the origin of this disturbance. So yeah, what she's saying basically is that most of the White Mage job quest usually involves you cleaning corruption related to the elements. This can be in various places, although for the most part it has happened in Gridania. But still, in Event of Word, we had to move there. Usually the quests are honestly a tiny bit boring, but who knows? Maybe this will be the one. Yeah, that's right, Stillglade is actually at the Conjurer's Guild. Come on. Oh, Conjurer's Guild. Usually at the start of the game you start off as a Conjurer and become a White Mage once you reach level 30 and finish the various quest line leading up to there. And after that you get your soul crystal here, which is the soul of the White Mage, which allows you to use your new abilities. Every class got one. The reason probably for the soul crystals at all is probably because Scholar and Summoners aren't the same, so you can actually switch between gems for that. Also switching classes. Arn, our fortuitous! Ah, Sister Raya Osena directed you to Guild? Glad I am that she did. As I am sure you have felt yourself, the elementals are in an uproar. And whilst I would soon depart on my investigation, the forest disquiet appears to stem from lands that cannot be approached in blind haste. I speak of East End, at the very edge of the Twelveswood, long as this border betwixt Girabania and our nation has been held by the forces of the Garlean Empire. The Alliance did recently take control of Baelsar's Wall, and thus commenced the fortifications in East End, but the stability of the region is yet tenuous at best. It would be a far more certain venture were I to have you at my side. Are you willing to make the journey? Sure am. Then we need delay no longer. Let us make our preparations and begin our trek from Camp 9 Ivies. Okay, you're the boss. I don't recall where Camp 9AVs is, but the other stuff I'm pretty sure I know. That's near Hawthorne Hut. Yep, that's the place. Actually, while we're at it, I've actually managed to finish the Beast Tribe quest for the Kojin of the Blue. So this means that I've actually obtained a new mount. This stripe tray here, which you've actually seen while we were messing around with the Kojins. But yeah, I've got my own mentor now. One of the things I had mentioned is that this song was actually new from Stormblood, but that's actually not true. It's actually the song of every single flying mounts from Heavensward, if I'm not mistaken. Which I could be. Here he is. Alright, Han, what do you got? You might notice that this guy is a little short. That's because all of the Pagel, which is the case from the two brothers as well as Kani Senna, actually age much slower than other people, therefore most of them still look like children. Thank you again for coming, Hard. I arrived some moments earlier and bent my ear to the forest's whispering, although here it might be better described as a keening. There is no doubt that we are nearer to the source. And I am also certain that we are not alone. Come out, you cannot hide your presence from me. Ah, there she is. Oh, Sylphie! That's Sylphie. She was from the Conjurer's questline where you ended up sort of mentoring her. She's pretty much the archetype of the bad Final Fantasy XIV NPC. I should have known you would sense me. Your early failures to attend lessons gave me ample practice at finding those who did not wish to be found. Now, am I to assume that you too have been brought here by the plight of the elementals? Yes, Guildmaster. I'm sorry for leaving without your permission, but I just had to know what was causing all this commotion. You will return to Stillglade Fane, and leave this investigation to Hard and me. Such is the danger inherent in this task that even I felt compelled to request assistance. Please, Guildmaster, let me help. Never have I heard the voices of the elementals so clearly before. They want to tell me something. I just know it. And it is that very important something that I, as Guildmaster, am charged to discover. You, as an acolyte, are neglecting your duties back at the guild. But how can I ignore their pleas? I feel their unease like chains tightening around my chest. Isn't it my duty as a conjurer to protect the forest? Their unease? You truly sense this emotion from the river of their susurrations, and you truly wish to return the forest to tranquility. I swear by the matron herself, I only want to put into practice the lessons you have taught me. A noble purpose, but if I were to permit this, you must promise to weigh the consequences of your actions before you commit to them. I would not see a repeat of previous incidents. Then, I can come? I promise I'll be careful, and I'll be sure to ask for Hard's help the moment I need it. Of course, I'm stuck babysitting her. See that you do. Now that it's past time we brave the borderlands of Girabania, we can travel as far as Amarisike's Spire. Then a serpent officer will guide us through the ruins of the Castellum from there. Off you go. Yeah, they did a pretty nice change in this particular expansion, namely that, how can I put it? Oh, I have to go to Castrum Orions right away. Okay, so here we are. So what they did is that they actually didn't make skills actually dependent on the quest proper, which was something that was fairly frequent within A Realm Reborn or Heavensward. However, that is not the case here, which means that I can actually showcase them from start to finish as opposed to recording them separately. Oh, it's getting worse, Shiver. This is not unease anymore, this is fear. What I find strange is that usually Pagels aren't allowed to leave the forest proper. What is Esumian still doing here? We're out of the 12's Wood. The closer we are to East End, the more certain I am we are moving in the right direction. The precise location of the disturbance yet eludes me, however. Even from the elemental themselves, I sense only confusion. I fear there is naught for it but to conduct a more conventional search. I will head southeast. Sylphie, see what might be found directly south. Southwest is yours, Harn. Okay. We're getting thunder weather, which means that things are a little purple. Eh. So what am I looking for here? Probably traces of corruption. From those I've done so far, White Mage has definitely been the most boring one, which is why I'm hoping for something great this time. Ah! Where are you going? Come here this instant! Hard! What befalls? I felt a surge of panic coming from this direction. Whatever it was, I feel nothing now. Did you see anything? A child? Out here? By your description, the mother may be a hunter, but I'm curious as to her choice of hunting ground. Could it be their fear, which has the elementals so upset? In any case, it seems the answer to that has run off into the brush. Let us return to Castrum Oriens for the present, and learn more of East End's inhabitants. Righty then. Apparently someone in the previous zone was actually looking for Odin. He shows up now and then. Although the trial is a lot more impressive, although there are a lot of people hunting Odin whenever that happens. Serpent Officer, I'm with the unit occupying Castrum Oriens. You've got me just as I was delivering our interim report. I didn't think anyone even lived in East End. Yeah, that's a long story. This gentleman is an officer stationed at the Castrum. Mayhap he will know more of the mother and child you spotted. And you believe these folks were living in the forest? I was under the impression that the East End settlement was empty. We suspect a connection to whatever is disturbing the harmony of the 12's Wood. Might you spare us some few soldiers to investigate the possibility? Ordinarily, I would be overjoyed to aid in your investigation, but I fear our duties on the border demand our full attention. My most sincere apologies, Master Pajal. Here is doing the salute for the 12 Zadders. How inconvenient. This matter is far from resolved, yet I have already been overlong in returning to Sylphane Glade Fane. Let me handle it, Guildmaster. You would have me entrust this task to an acolyte? You have matured much in the art, it is true, but I can hardly. The elementals are suffering. Someone has to help them, and I'm sure Hard could lend a hand if I needed it. Please no. What say you, Hard? I had only intended to involve you in this initial foray, but might I ask that you see to the matter through to its conclusion? My thanks. I foresee hardships ahead, but also an opportunity for new discoveries. Pray look in on Sylphie's progress even as you continue your own studies. As for you, Sylphie, I expect you to make regular reports on your findings. May the matron watch over you both. And first quest is done. The next White Mage quest will be available from Sylphie upon reaching level 63. The requirement for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Well, as things happen... An aura for trouble. Sylphie seems eager to speak with you. Oh, hello, Hard. It's nice of you to worry, but I've been perfectly safe. I asked soldiers at the wall if I could accompany them on their patrols instead of wandering about on my own. Warned a few times, I thought I sensed something, debris fest of flickers, but the scouts had their mission, and I couldn't risk getting separated from them to confirm my suspicions. I needed to check one area in particular, some distance away from the patrol route. Do you think you could come with me? Here, I'll mark the spot on your map, and we can meet there when you're ready. Alrighty then. And where would that be? Oh, it's not that far. Good. Oh, lovely. We're going back into the chemically bombed village. This is the place. Hmm? Huh? Do you feel that? The source must be nearby. Ah! And you're sure it's the same child? I don't know what's going on here, but Aurora is blinding. Come on, we have to follow her. Man, I'm butchering this text tonight. Actually, I'm butchering everything tonight. Ugh. So those things around that tree, those big yellow bubble, I wonder what's up with them. Oh, lovely. That means enemies. Enemies. We need enemies. Okay, for a second there, I thought we were gonna crash. Or at least get disconnected. Eater starved shark. You're pretty far from their usual hunting grounds. You're also level 63. Okay, that's the end of that. Hey, you! Stay away from me! Mama, where are you? You poor thing, you must have been terrified. But don't worry, we'll get you back to your mother. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Mama says they'll take me away and lock me in a cage. Is that what she says? Well, I'm Sylphie, and this is hard. Now you know our names, why don't you tell us yours? Then we won't be strangers anymore, right? My name is Gatty. You don't feel icky like the bad things. Well, I hope that means we can be friends. Come on, Gatty, let's go and find your mother. Do you know the way home? I don't have any friends. We live in the forest, just Mama and me. Were you hurt when those creatures attacked? Here, let me see. Ah, I'll mend that in no time. Watch, a conjurer like me can heal all sorts of wounds. A conjurer? No, don't touch me. There's that surge again, and this time it's far more powerful. Gatty, we have to leave. What? She's gone. Did you see where she went? No, but we barely took our eyes off of her. How did she manage to vanish so quickly? I have no idea. Taken by a voidsent, I doubt it. No idea either, huh? She winked outside just like she was a mogul. That surge of power. I felt is gone as well. I don't think it's a coincidence that it faded as soon as Gatty left. Whenever she panics, I feel her aura just kind of expand, and I think the voidsents sense it too. And I'd wager 3 afternoons of listening to hear her Nolanel's lecture that the presence of those fiends is what's upsetting the elementals. Right then, it's time we return to Gridania and reported our findings to the Guildmaster. So he was taken in by a voidsent? How does that make sense? Every enemy is within this series kind of categorized by the people. For instance, plants are seedkins, insects are vilekins, whereas voidsents are pretty much demons from the void. There are also small things like cloudkins, like, I don't know, dodos, or basically things with feathers usually. Except for exiles, which are actually beastmen. Conjurer's Guild isn't all that impressive, really. Although the fact that they're standing right over a pond is interesting. I did my best to explain to the Guildmaster what happened in East End. I have heard Sylphie's report, and you are both to be commended for pursuing this investigation in so dangerous an area. Judging by your description of Gaddy's unusually potent aura, I'm inclined to agree with the theory that it is her energies which are attracting the voidsent. If, as you suspect, the child lives alone with her mother, then it is unlikely she has been trained to control her power. Fear, panic, anger, any strong emotion might cause her ether to flare out dramatically. To the ravenous creatures of the void, the scent of such outbursts would be as the sweetest of nectar. So if Gaddy were to learn to control, then the problem would be solved, wouldn't it? We have assumed as much, but we know little. Without understanding the exact nature of the girl's gift, I hesitate to propose a solution. She said she lived in the forest. I'll head out with the serpent patrols again and see if I can find her house. A fine idea. Hard, pray continue lending Sylphie any support she might require. Come on, let's head back to Castrum Oriens, and we can talk about what to do next. Okay, back to Castrum Oriens then. The Guildmaster is right, we need to learn more about Gaddy herself. I mean, how can a little girl like her have the kind of power that attracts voidsent? Well, first things first, I'll need to find where she lives, and then hopefully she and her mother will be willing to talk to us. Do you think we'll be facing more fiends before this is all over? I should probably be practicing my spells. You were a half-decent healer, if I recall. A beacon for bad things, level 65. Sylphie is eager to resume the search for Gaddy. Hello, Harn. I thought you might be along soon. As for Gaddy, I've spotted her more than a few times, but she flees the moment she sees me. One thing I've learned, though, is that wherever the whispers lead, then that's where Gaddy is to be found. And since the forest spirits are particularly agitated today, we should have no trouble tracking her down. Come with me to the place we lost her the last time. We can start our search from there. Alright, you're the boss. Really lately, most of my energies have been spent on leveling up Black Mage, as well as getting some triple triads cards that I was missing. I'm doing pretty well so far. I've managed to get Black Mage to level 50, which means that we might be able to do the dungeon after this is done with it. What you got? Please, I have to concentrate on the whispers. It's a little difficult to hear them when someone is gabbing in my ear. Why don't you take a look around? You'd think my character would be better suited than her to actually hear those. But what do I know? It's terribly faint, but I sense a thread of unease leading away from here. Come on, it's this way. We're getting close now. Can you feel it? Quiet your mind and reach out with your senses. This isn't the forest, girl. When you're around, I find I can hear the voices of the elementals more clearly. I suppose it's easier to be tranquil when you have a veteran White Mage at your side. Let's move on, shall we? She's trying to be cute. I'm not buying it. I rarely venture this far south. The air always feels so heavy. I don't remember a house around here. Do you think it could be... The Serpent Scouts don't venture often into this area. I suppose there aren't a lot of Imperial troops wandering around in the muck. Did you see her? I think that might be Gaddy's mother. Come on, let's go. I knew it. What you got there? Get away from us, conjurer, or I swear this arrow will find a new home in your meddling heart. Well, that's not nice. Well, duty calls. Careful, Hard. She seems awfully angry for some reason. I know why you're here, and you'll not have her. Now, unless you want to sprout feathers, it's time for you to leave. You're Gatty's mother, aren't you? We're not here to take her away. We're here to help her. And instance battle time. I'll not fall for your lies, conjurer. Get away from us. Oh, no. Now. Mama? No, Gaddy, they'll see you. I'm fine. It's just one of my turns. Oh. My. Gaddy, you're a Pagel? Mama, no, you can't. Oh, the Eater, it's overwhelming. Oh, lovely. And the voidsents have come to feed. We can't let them hurt her. Well, have it, the little flying ball. I was gonna say furball, but they don't really have any. Catty the Hornless. Doesn't seem very hornless to me. Sylphie Sweet Wind, huh? So that's her last name. Whoopsie. There. Oh, more Plane Officer. I remember those from the Black Mage quest. Catty's aura, it's like a floodgate has opened. There are cracks opening right into the void. Well, we've got Vodiriagas. Lovely. Oh my god. Well, we're gonna miss every single one of them. Wonderful. Thank God for that White Mage healing. Nice try, Han. Ouchie. Well, that went well. To be honest, that thing hit like a truck. Alrighty then. Those aren't too dangerous, so getting buffed up isn't that big a deal. Honestly, starting to wonder whether I shouldn't heal those two. Okay. Okay, that's one less to worry about. Now then. Yeah, I probably couldn't damage that thing quickly enough, so... It's the poison that's damaging me so much. That's why. Owie. Better. Yeti's energy seems spent. I think we're in the clear now. What I did basically is that I used Esuna on that poison, made things a tiny bit easier. Yeti's fine, just exhausted from expelling so much ether. She'll wake up after she's had a chance to rest. Speaking of which, you should be resting too. Your heart's in bad shape, isn't it? I managed to calm the attack, but the condition itself is beyond my heart to heal. It grows worse by the day. I am grateful for all you've done today, but not as change. My daughter stays with me. Please, just leave us. Listen to me. We did not come to whisk away your child. If we'd wanted to, we could have taken her while you lay senseless. We came to learn what was upsetting the elementals, and what could be done to ease their disquiet. It seems the answer lies in stopping the voidsent from coming after Gaddy. Can you truly stop those monsters from hunting her? The worse my illness becomes, the more often they come sniffing about. Creatures of nightmare they are, with their greedy eyes and grasping claws. We will help you in any way we can. I'm Sylphie, and this is hard. Please tell us more about Gaddy and these monsters. No, you Gridanian charlatans are not to be trusted. You saved us this time, it's true, but if you don't go now, the whispers of my bow will be the last thing you'll ever hear. Wait, I'm begging you. We promised not to say a thing to the guild. We swear by the matron herself, right, Harn? Conjurers I've met before were arrogant, condescending. You, on the other hand, seem far more sincere. I will take you at your word, for now. My name is Sanche. It was 12 years ago that I fled Gridania with my infant child. She was born a Pajal, and you know what that means. She was chosen by fate, destined to convey the elemental's wills to the people of Gridania. The conjurers would have snatched her from my arms and taught her to be a servant of the forest spirits. By Gridanian law, they were well within their rights to do so. But my husband was dead, and Gaddy was all I had left. I would not bear to let her go, and so I fled. I can hardly imagine how hard that must have been, living out here in the wilds, raising a child by yourself. But while I can understand the choice you made, Gaddy's lack of control over her Pajal power is putting you both in danger. Aether bleeds from her in a torrent whenever she is upset or afraid, drawing in the voidsent again and again. I hate to say this, but there may come a day when you won't be able to stop them. Is there naught that can be done? I just want to live in peace. Here's an idea. I'll stay with you and teach Gaddy how to control her heater. That way I can continue your treatment and solve this problem with the voidsent at the same time, all without telling the Conjurer's Guild, of course. Hello again, Gatty. I used my conjury to help your mother feel better. Would you like to learn some magic too? Really? You know magic that can help Mama? Please teach me. Thank you. This means so much to us. We can talk more inside the house. I'll walk them inside, then return to Castrum Oriens. I'll seal you back there, Harn. Sounds like a ticking time bomb to me. And having Sylphie teach her anything doesn't seem like such a great idea. But oh well, what do I know? Just a level 70 White Mage. What could a level 10 Conjurer know less than I do? I'm sorry, I sort of took matters into my own hands here. Yeah, I know it's a lot to ask, but can you please keep this a secret from the Guildmaster for the time being? I promise. Thank you, Hard. We don't want the Guild to take Getty away from her mother. We've seen what happens when the girl gets upset. And besides, Sunshine may not be long for this world. Getty should spend as much time with her as possible. I remember what it was like to lose a loved one. Please don't think emotion swayed my better judgment. I've thought this through, and I understand it won't be easy. That's why I need your help. Level 68, Sylphie seems distressed. Oh Hard, am I glad to see you. I'm at my wit's end. Every day I've worked conjury upon Sanche, and she's drinking a potent herbal elixir I had delivered from Gridania, but still her condition worsens. And watching her mother's health decline is not helping Gaddy to master her magics. Voidsents have been drawn by her untamed ether a few times now, and I've just barely managed to fight them off. I've reached my limit, to be quite honest. I think Gaddy would benefit from your calming presence. Will you come with me back to their cabin? Yeah, sure. That's something I've always found weird about zones and class quests in general. How do you plan these things? I mean, they must have built the area before the White Mage quest was done. Unless everything is entirely planned from top to bottom, which I find really strange. It's possible they also leave a lot of areas not too defined, that way they can actually modify them for their purpose. Could be that the initial testing in this is basically just a giant debug room with no texture. Oh, lovely. Brother Sumian has found us out, Hard. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Did I not make myself sufficiently clear, Sylphie? My permission was contingent upon your promise to refrain from rash and thoughtless action. Yes, Guildmaster, and I've done my best to fulfill that promise. I swear, I gave this matter a great deal of thought before deciding it was the best way for everyone. I will not doubt your sincerity, Acolyte, but imagine my surprise when I was informed of your request for an advanced elixir. No mention of such was included in your reports, and thus did I come to investigate. And now I find you concealing the presence of a Pagel. Even from a distance, the nature of Gaddy's aura was unmistakable. A Pageli child without guidance is an exceedingly dangerous thing, Sylphie. You know this. Her ether, wild and radiant, will grow even as she does, and so too shall the power of the fiends which gather to feed upon it. Should Gaddy draw the attention of a greater voidsent, the entire region would suffer from its depredations. I've seen what happens. The worst episodes are when she's overcome by fear for her mother's health. That's why I judged it safer to keep them together. Ah, Sylphie. I had almost forgotten that stubborn streak of yours, but I do recognize that responsibility for this situation falls not upon your shoulders alone. 'Twas my failing as Guildmaster to have overlooked the birth of a Pagel in the first place. Will you take Gaddy back to Stillglade Fane now? Such was my intention. I followed the whispers through the forest, yet by the time I arrived here, the house already lay empty. They may have marked my approach. You mean they're not here? Sanche shouldn't be walking around with her condition. Her heart is too weak for that kind of exertion. Then we must waste no time in tracking them down, and not only for Sanche's well-being. Gaddy's concern for her mother would consume her at any moment. Do you know where they might have gone? If they meant to avoid us, heading north to cross the shallows of the Velodina River would be their only choice. We should hurry. Actually, that's not true. They could go through the... Well, actually, they said Velodina River. No, they could have gone through the bridge, although canonically that might be before we drove off the Imperials. Based on the level this quest is, that actually makes sense. Unless they thought we might intercept them from there. There we are. Sure brings you back, huh? It was before we headed for that whole Doma thing. Oh, lovely. Alrighty then. Howie. Better. Come on, kid. So that's why she was wearing a big hat. Hard, you're here. There were strange whispers coming from everywhere around the house. I got scared, so we ran away. You must be Gatti. Those whispers you heard were the voices of the elementals. You need not fear them, though it was wise to heed their warning. Your brother Esumian, what do you want with us? It is clear that you are well aware of my purpose here, and I understand that you are disinclined to trust the words of a conjurer. And pray believe me when I say that neither Sylphie nor Hard betrayed their promise to you. Simply put, Gaddy's ether has grown too strong to be concealed. I suggest we return to the house and discuss how best to resolve this quandary, a solution to which we might agree. It's alright, Mama. The angry whispers are quiet now. We can go home. If Gaddy says it's alright, then I suppose we should go. And back to work. There we go. Not such a neat cabin, really. So, where are they? Am I supposed to get inside? Wasn't even aware this opened. Oh well. Fairly basic arrangements. The Guildmaster used his art to ease the pain in my chest. I feel much better, but he will not convince me to give up Gaddy so easily. I've never seen anyone with horns like mine before. He feels like the ground at the end of a summer this day. Warm and comforting. I like him. Brother Isumi questioned Gatti and her mother the whole way back. He said that Gatti's connection to her magic is entirely instinctual, which is not exactly a safe method for a child. From what Gatti and her mother to have told me, the girl has received no formal guidance in how to contain her ether. Gatti's Padjali instincts allow her to suppress her aura while in calm, but that will become increasingly difficult as her powers grow with age. Eventually, even the briefest onslaught of emotion, a surge of anger, a whisper of fear, would be enough to shatter her control. And that's why I thought it best to teach Gatti here at home. Unlike other Pejal, she's lived her whole life with her mother. Taking her away from Sanche now would be disastrous. I know only too well the effect such a separation can have on a child. You agree with me, don't you, Arn? Or do you think we should follow the letter of Gridania's law? There are always exceptions to the rule. You side with Sylphie in this matter. Truth be told, I find myself in agreement. Yeti's upbringing is an extremely rare case amongst the Pajal. It seems that it may, indeed, be the lesser risk to allow the girl to remain with her mother. Then, does this mean? However, if we are to avoid an escalation of these attacks, I must insist that Gati learns the intricacies of her power under the official supervision of the Conjurers Guild. Acolyte Sylphie, I hereby assign you the duty of overseeing the Pajal Gati's formal education at this abode. Your status as a member of the guild should satisfy the demands of the law and custom, and be sure to thank Hard for her assistance. I would not have permitted this breach of tradition were you not accompanied by a White Mage of such high standing. I won't let you down, Guildmaster, or the Conjurers Guild. Pray understand that this ruling comes with a caveat. If Gati does not show marked improvement within the time period I dictate, then I shall be forced to relocate her to Stillglade Fane. Thank you, Brother Esumi. This means so much to us. Gati, I see you are a kind child who cares deeply for her mother, yet you must not lose yourself in another's life. Look within, and master the magics which infuse you. Show you are capable of controlling your own destiny, and make your mother proud. I will. I'll do anything to make Mama happy, and I don't want to disappoint Sylphie or Hard either. Very well. I will return to Gridania immediately and prepare an education manual for Sylphie. I'll see the Guildmaster on his way. If you need me, I'll be waiting outside. I'll study really hard, you'll see. Mama will be so proud of me. For so long have I avoided just such a confrontation, I did not expect Brother Esumi to be so understanding. Well, you didn't really give him much of a choice, did you? I'm so glad that Sanche and Gati can still live together. Thank you, Hard. Things might have gone very differently if I hadn't had you around to help. Still, we have to make sure that Gati learns to control her ether before too long. We can only expect so much leniency from Brother Esumi. I say we keep working away at our own studies as much as we can, and give Gati a good example to follow. And that must be the last one. There we go. And we've got the 7th Heaven attire coffer and the plenary indulgence which will be rewarded to us. Sylphie appears to be overwhelmed. Came to look in on us, have you, Hard? Brother Esumi will also soon be here to gauge Gati's progress. Her studies have actually been going rather well. It's Sanche's I'm worried about. Please don't say anything to Gati yet, but I fear her mother may be near her time. I've suspended lessons for the moment, and had the two of them spend every waking moment together. Treating Sanche has left me too exhausted to teach in any case. As for her medicine, another batch should have arrived at the castrum by now. I need to draw the spring water I used to dilute the dose, so would you mind picking up the delivery from the sutler for me? We'll meet back here. Alrighty then. Ah no, I've gone the entirely wrong place. There we are. You've come on young Sylphie's behalf, have you? I've got her delivery right here. Rushed it through on the back of our swiftest chocobo. Seems her patient's in a bad way, eh? Well, I'll say my own prayers to the matron and hope the medicine does the trick. Well, I guess that's gonna happen one way or another. The way this is going, I'm guessing that we'll have a pretty big outbreak of voidsents pretty soon. Things are looking much better since the weather changed. Everything has been so dark this stream. Sanche, Gatti, please no more hiding now. Oh, where could they have gone? Sylphie seems to be in a panic. Do your best to soothe her. Hard, thank you. If I needed your calming presence, it's now. I came back with the spring water to find Gaddy's hat upon the floor, and the two of them vanished. Sanche could barely move. Where in Heidelin could they have gone? They can't have gone far. You're right, Gaddy's been doing wonderfully with her training, so there's no reason for them to run away. I think I might have it. I've heard Sanche talking about a cave called the Comet's Tail, and how she wanted to visit it again before it was too late. I said we'd head straight there when she was well enough, but she may have convinced Gatti to help her sneak out. Brother Sumi is likely on his way. I'll go and intercept him while you head to the cave. If you find him there, make sure Sanche takes her medicine. Oh, lovely mind flayers. We don't see those often in Final Fantasy. Being level 70, those are actually a little more challenging. I kinda miss the old cleric stance, although I understand that it was kind of irresponsible at time. Here we go. Mama, don't leave me. Please, you have to help her. Groan. Let's go. Mama, please, don't leave me alone. Ugh. Why isn't the medicine working? Mama, open your eyes. I can't. I'm losing control. No, I must own my fear. Feel the ground beneath my feet, the flow of the wind and water. Nicely done, Gaddy. You have made remarkable progress since last we met. Hard, Sylphie, you have instructed her well. Don't worry, we'll look after your mama. It's so beautiful. Thank you for bringing me here one last time. Don't say that, Mama. I'll learn conjuring, and once you're better, we can come here every day. Ard, it is thanks to your and Sylphie's effort that Sanche has held on this long. And yet, there are limits to the healing arts. Each life comes to an end, and even the conjurer cannot undo that which fate has ordained. Take heart, however, in knowing that your care and attention is what has allowed these irreplaceable moments between mother and daughter. My precious girl, you have filled my days with love. But I was selfish, and that selfishness has brought you pain. For that, I am truly sorry. Mama! My love, my light, I pray you find such happiness as I have known. Thank you, all of you. Watch over her. No, no, no! Oh, lovely. This can't be happening. I promised Mama. Figures. Oh no. So very close. Heed my words, then. How long has this fiend lurked within Sanche, awaiting this very moment? Terrible child, dragging around your sick mother. You have killed her. Accept the evil you have done, and atone with your very life. But I didn't. I killed her? Ignore it, Gaddy. But I did bring Mama here. 'Twas me. I killed her. The voidsent has sunk its hooks into Gaddy's spirit. We must destroy it, ere her life force is drained away. I don't remember this model. This is a new one. Kamazats. Ah, frickin'. Absolutely not. Fortunately, I was too slow. An archdemon? What? Abyssal Transfixion, whatever the heck that is. Owie, and paralysis too? What? I'm supposed to slay that thing while being attacked by those? Is this for real? Or maybe they felt I was too slow. Could be either of those. Okay, so how do I do that? Okay, it's that gate. Won't be enough. Well, at least I got one. That's a start. Nope, I cannot attack this thing without killing this. Oh, I get it. I have to heal her. That's not the first quest they've had us do that. Damn it. I could even use tetragrammation. That would work just as well. Ah, damn it. And I'm still paralyzed. The heck is going on? Well, at least I've avoided it. Damn it, little thing is about to die. There, 90k. You take that. Oh, I'm supposed to activate her? No? Okay, dearie. Of course the healer quest will have you heal people. Oh, crystals, eh? Alrighty then. Let's do this. There we go. Canonically I would have failed, but meh. The echo lets me restart things. Katie's a fighter, but I think she needs a strong shoulder right now. With the voidsent vanquished, Gaty has been freed from its debilitating influence. We need not fear her losing control again. When Mama died, it was as if I'd fallen into a deep dark hole. My mind was full of screaming, and then I heard your voices from somewhere far away, calling me back. I heard Mama's voice too. That's when I knew that she would always be at my side. I'll do my best to make her proud of me. With the strength you've shown, there is already much of which to be proud. Your ether is tranquil, calm. I see no need to enforce further training at the guild, though its doors are open to you nonetheless. Will you return with us to Gridania? I'd always thought Mama wanted to live alone with me, away from other people, so I tried to forget about wanting friends and traveling to other places. But now I think that's what she really wanted, was to let me find my own way. And thanks to Sylphie's lessons, there's no need to hide in the forest anymore. I will go to Gridania. I want to study more conjuring and learn to fight fiends as well as hard. That'll be easier, you're a Pagel. I still have so much to learn from Sylphie. We'll keep studying together, I promise, although we both have far to go before we're a match for hard. Well, Sylphie, making promises to study, it would seem that mentoring Gaty has proven beneficial to you both. This time we were on our way. We shall hold a memorial for Sanche, then see about setting you into your new life as Stilphane Gailing. Butchering names again. Meh. And I have my reward. Soothing the Pagel awakens great restorative power from you. Plenary indulgence learned. If I understand quite correctly, it's some sort of AoE healing linked to those lilies that we have. I'll have to look into it a little further to see what it actually does. So, got that action, Plenary Indulgence. My AoE healing is usually around here. I'm keeping that here for a while. Gee, I don't know. Find some place to put those at some point, but right now I don't have the time. And the other thing we've gotten, let's just get into the open right now. So inventory. 7th Heaven attire coffer. And there we go. A full set of equipment. With the exception of the belt, it seems. Well, that's okay. So that is what we have. Let me just go ahead and put the headwears back on. Character. Display headgear. Apply. So yeah, that's the White Mage artifact set that you get from completing that quest. Looks pretty neat. Kind of a special variation of the White Mage one. But either way, that's it for the job quest. We are a fair bit short of time, so I think... Gee, I don't know. I suppose we can swap to Black Mage and attempt to do a dungeon. No, not that. Gear set list, swap to Black Mage. And Q. Still need to do those 50-60 dungeons to get gear for these. Oh, half an hour. Well, it's unlikely to happen. But either way, we can continue the main storyline nevertheless. So, where was the last quest we did? It was not in Alagiri. Peering Stone? Could actually be in Alagiri. Renoa Lockhart, huh? Okay, I see what you did there. So, main quests. If I remember, Alize was gonna have us actually look around for Imperial troops. That gave me a sizable upgrade. I'm now at 283 of item level. I think I was at 280 beforehand, which isn't too bad. Although probably wasn't that much higher from regular gear. I suppose they just put it at the lower end of the level 70 gear. There we go. Imperial Cagnus Pugnas. Wow, that is one big dog. Down, boy. There's that little thing whereas when you are near the end of a casting, you can actually sidestep and do things. I used to think that this was due to the way the servers answered to inputs, but as it turns out, it's not the case. Kind of how even if you left an AoE targeting and yet didn't leave it close enough before it exploded, well, you get hit again. Okay, next one. Some Bender Snatch, or Pantera as they call it. Still staring at a bird's ass. Yeah. Actually wondering whether this is actual ruins from Alamigo or if this is just a worn down Imperial Road. Probably the former. What is that thing, though? A Kongamoto. Oh yeah, I remember that. It's a color variation of what we saw with the Gnat back in Evansward. My staff is clipping through that outfit, though. Oh, Imperial Sky Armor, is it? That machine is weird. It's kind of like a Norse crossed with a spider. Probably based on some weird chimeric design from the Allagans. Okay, time to go see Elise. There she is. Ooh, she took down the big one. Give me a moment, Iron. Say that again, if you would? No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me appraised of any developments. That was Arenvald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringe has followed us here. What about you, Harn? Any trouble? And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Somehow I doubt that. Let's try that dress. Huh. Odd design. I'll keep it in case I want to glamour it. Ew. Bloody thing.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Zeno said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Zenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now. Give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Ransford, Rudolph, Emlyn. For us. For for our people, for our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
If you haven't figured out what's going on here, well, I did get somewhat spoiled, I suppose. Feels somewhat reminiscent from a moment back in Final Fantasy VII.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
By the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? Must have been the cannon that cast Remibania, but that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. So yep, the Imperials are playing Scorched Earth right now. Speaking of, one of the things I've been thinking while playing this is that I'm probably not getting a lot of reference from later Final Fantasies. I've played, I think it was mostly the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. I haven't played the other ones at all. So there's a lot of stuff that I might actually be missing here. The fear in Élysées High is unlike anything you have ever seen before. This way, there's no time to lose. Also, these things are gazelle skin set. Huh. I may see that because in the chat they're saying that I finished spirit bonding with them. It looks worse than it's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate, this is our way inside. We need to find my brother, right now. Was Elfino with the assault? I do not think so. Ew. It's very empty. Damn it! If I don't see them, my brother or Lise, maybe the general knows something. It shall be done. I'm glad you're here, Lieutenant. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was stuck. But that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remains unaccounted for. Elise, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Yeah. Tell the others we need their conjurers ready to receive our wounded. And get me every carriage you can find. They could fire on us again at any moment. Shall be done. So how are you gonna deal with that? Aside from the fact that they probably wouldn't fire on scouts, as that would be wasteful, any further attack would be pretty much pointless. Wounded serpent soldier. I could heal you, you know? I'm a white mage. Thank you, I think I can manage on my own. Good for you. Ah, a fellow flame. What is that thing floating over there? For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Tal's Great Hall. You gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Huh. That's weird. And there's an ether current right there. Wounded storm soldier. Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Alagiri's not far. I'll make it. Better go deal with that while we're here. You'll notice that we had the Imperial Facility team going on there. I love that team. Better. I think that might have actually been the one that I sniffed somewhere around here. Interesting. Oh, a wounded temple knight, huh? I'm always surprised when I see Ishgard here. I haven't gotten used to them being part of the Alliance. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was starstruck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Hard Rain, Ward of Alsfortan. We fought together on the Steps of Fate. You saved my life back then. And now... I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times. Thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him down over there. Ah, there's Elfino. Hard, full glam, I might see you. Wait, where's my sister? O mighty Ralger, O noble Azema, I beg of you, do not take him from us. Figured somebody was gonna die.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
I'm a white mage.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together.
We're not gonna stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castra Mebania,
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
at the risk of sounding heartless, an old man died. And apparently Estinian the Azure Dragoon is actually helping us. I promise. No, no, no. You can't. Not now. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead, we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. Gods as my witness, there will be a reckoning. Slowly but surely, Alphino is regaining his composure. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alagiri. You're the boss. She's on the other side or what? She's right there, dude. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me, you found Elfino? Tell me he's alright. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here. Not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who needs our help on the way. Well, sounds like we are actually helping wounded. I was gonna tell her, meh, walking is for scrubs. Well, technically I'm mounting, but teleporting is better. I'm not really seeing anything. Here? Yeah. What should we do? We've got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quick. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard, instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Yeah, that's the spirit. If you've got enough strength to complain, you've got enough strength to walk. Sounds like our duty isn't gonna pop out at all. Might have more luck later on. Number 4 in line, though. And this is with healer queues, mind you. Thanks, Ren. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Good. Found a new location, did I? Figured there was something over there. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Hard? I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. Told you I'm a White Mage. Ah. Nah. Might as well teleport. There's a mud sod over there. Well, and it 1-2, it sounds like we're doing it. Oh, it wasn't healer Q, it was DPS Q. That makes sense. This again? Seriously? That's the second time in a row. Oh well, fine. But this is a nerve-wracking fight for Black Mage here. Midgar Summer is no laughing matter. Is Sten gonna go on, or is he just... Okay. Starting off with Fire 2. Finishing off with a Flare, which is a new tool I've gotten that I'm not sure how to use yet. But sooner or later I figure I'll find it. Basically, the idea behind the Black Mage gameplay is pretty much of switching between two stances, which is Astral and Umbral. Astral being fire, Umbral being ice. So basically it's all about switching between those to deal maximum damage while in Astral stance. He's not? Well, okay. Ah, that's better. It's a bit difficult because this is a class that relies mostly on casting time. Of course, the same could be said for a White Mage, but that's not quite the same thing. King died. Well, that's no good. We're having an Astromancer as a healer this time around. Last one I had didn't do so well. What is that? Xela? Let's check. No, that's a Rogadin. Ah! That's rare. She is a monk. Probably another one of those people who actually thought that going to Lamigo would actually end up with monks being recognized. A lot of people were actually a little put off by the fact it wasn't. So basically what I'm doing right here is that I'm actually using Fire 3 to increase my stacks of Astral Fire. That way I can actually continue doing these AoEs here at maximum damage. Seems my mana, though, doesn't flow nearly as well as it used to. Started doing this when I swapped to Ironwork gear. Okay, that one. What this guy does, basically, is that he'll drop canister on the ground, which he'll try to set alight. These will explode, dealing party damage to everyone who's close by. And usually quite a bit of them. But anywho. As you can see, flamethrower. Okay, Monk has taken care of the other ones, I can continue. This guy can also do a move which will actually suck you in as well as every single canister. Okay. Another one. Damn it. Okay, so don't stand there. That's a bad idea. He also fires from that cannon of his. The explanation for that seems to be that some of the natives have ended up adapting and making use of Garlean weapons, which makes no sense. Oh, damn it. I'm completely useless in this fight. God damn it. There we go. Okay, that should do it. And done. Level up for me, sweet. Don't need that black mage gear. What I'm wearing is probably better than whatever I could get at those levels. Aside from his guardian content, that is. White Mage deals quite a bit of damage, although it takes a while to get used to it. If I had gotten better at using Scat, I would probably have an easier time playing this. Usually when I have to dodge stuff, my DPS goes back to 0. This is a weird part. I've seen people who pretty much make a beeline for the Inductor, like here, who simply wait for the things to get dead before, because the Magic Colossus doesn't deal that much of a threat before you actually blow up the Inductor. It's actually more dangerous when it's off. The thing about Flare is that it takes away all of your MP, so sometimes I have a bit of trouble actually seeing where to use it. There's probably a trick to it that I'm not aware of. Basically, you can use Blizzard 3 as well as Fire 3 to get to the top of the other side of the stance. That way you can switch back to full offense mode and full MP recovery thing. Although since getting Flare, things have been getting a little weird as far as AoE goes. Blew it. Didn't manage to recover enough MP. I know done that. Idiot. I don't know if the people I'm partnering with are bad or if it's just me, which I think to be the case, but the last 2 times I did this, the DPS was down to the floor. What is she? Female aura? I figured. She looks good in that armor. Okay, Magitech gunship time. That one ain't that much easier. It's not hard, but still. Oh, lovely. More dudes. Yeah, I messed up. Feels strange, last time they pretty much ended up going for me every single time. Must be getting lucky. God damn it. Wait. How does that work? Oh well, no matter. Healer was on point for this, especially with the tank about to die. Thank God for a mana barrier. God damn it. thing about having something that has a stance or resources and whatnot is that if you mess up in your rotation, well, that's pretty much the end of it. Quit hitting me, will you? Gotta say though, most of the Black Mage's move actually do feel like they've got a bit of a kick to them. That's what I used to like about Machinist. But it seems they've changed some of the moves, so they don't feel quite the same. Maybe it's better with Heated Shot, but I don't know. Kinda lost interest. The fact that I wasn't that good of a support character probably had something to do with it. I do okay as a healer. Still, if I don't know the fight, then I don't know it. Alright, Han, let's go. If done right, it's not so bad as far as rotations go. Whoopsie. Well, at least it didn't deal any damage to me, it seems. Here we are, Midgar Summer. Wonderful. Constantly second-guessing myself in this. Cancelling a cast in this is just the worst. Still, we ought to be close to that bit when where that bird shows up. Ah, there he is. Come on. Good. There. Get out. Damn it. Boy, was that close. Yeah, I figured. Damn it, it's that Astrea. This needs to die like right now. There. There we go. Good. A monk that knows how to limit break. Gee, I don't know. Well, let's give it to the monk. He did limit break. Three commendations? Seriously? Oh well. Good for me, I suppose. Well, anywho, I'm afraid that's gonna be it for the time being. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you like what you're seeing, maybe follow the stream. Maybe leave a comment if you're on YouTube. And that was the Great Pumpkin. You all have a pleasant time now. Bye bye.